Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel, Wrestling with Books. If this is your first time here, hello, my name is Nina, and while I do love wrestling on this channel, I am just going to be talking about books. If you want to hear more of the wrestling or Disney content, you can head over to my other channel, Wrestling with Disney, but for now, let's talk about books. For starters, the books that you should not start your new year without. So if this is your first time here, you may not know, but I am an avid self-help reader. Self-help, self-growth, nonfiction, whatever you want to call it, I am all about it. So I've kind of broken up kind of New Year's goals into categories. So if any of these pertain with goals you're looking to do, I have a book to coincide with each one. So let's start with, if you're looking to heal, if you are looking for some healing in the new year, whether it is physical, emotional, or mental, this book covers it all. I recommend it all the time, and it is called You Can Heal Your Life by Louise Hay. Louise Hay has the mentality that if you are willing to do the mental work, you can change anything. Anything can be healed. So she is talking about physical ailments, physical diseases, all the way to mindset, mental issues, depression, etc. And she even has a glossary of, let's say you are experiencing throat pain, then she will say what mental blocks could be causing that. It's very fascinating, and if it's woo-woo for you, I still encourage you just to hear it out and check it out. There's no harm in just reading it. If you want to read it, and sorry, my camera just dipped. You want to read it and go, that's poppycock. Then read it and go, that's poppycock. I always think of John Darling whenever saying poppycock. But anyway, that's the one for that. But if you are looking to be happier this year, then I recommend you read The Happiness Project by Gretchen Rubin. This came out back in 2009, and I read it when it came out then, and since then, Gretchen has launched with her sister Elizabeth Craft this epic podcast called Happier. It is such a good podcast. It is like everything a podcast should be. So the Happiness Project is about, she chronicles her adventures where the 12 months of the year she spends researching, the scientific research on things that will make you happier and implements them, and then gives you all of her takeaways. And especially through the podcast, as you get to know Gretchen, she is very kind of logical. And so you can tell how seriously she dives into this, and that this isn't something that's just for fun. She takes it very, very serious. But also, if you like something that is more tangible, it's like, yeah, I want to be happier, but like I need steps, read this. This gives you the steps. And that's what I think that's how I think I like these self-help books so much, is because I like steps. So what about if you are looking to take it slow? You wanna improve for the year, but you're not like, I'm doing a goal and I'm starting it January 1st. You're more like, let's take it slow. Then I recommend Life Makeovers, 52 practical and inspiring ways to improve your life 1 week at a time by Cheryl Richardson. She breaks this up into being a simple year-long program where you can implement changes over time. Now, I did not read this over a year. I read it in like a few days, because that's how it's just how I read. But you could implement this any way you want to. But some of the programs, topics that she does is stop juggling and start living. Here are some of the balls to drop. The gift of time. It's self-management, not time management. Are we having fun yet? When life gets too serious, here's what to do. So these are programs for like the modern stressed mind. Even though this was written, probably in the late 90s, maybe early 2000s. I'm just guessing. But I'm just guessing now. But Cheryl Richardson has Great work, great advice. She is just, anything she writes, I recommend reading. She also does a lot of blogs and lives on Facebook, so you can check her out there too. If you're looking to attract romance this year, I recommend Excuse Me, Your Soulmate is Waiting by Marla Martenson. Now this is an older book. This came out in 2007, but I mention it because, look, this is how I felt, at least, when dating. I don't know, maybe not, but like maybe you're just not looking for which apps to go on and things like that, and you're just looking for like the mental mindset basics. This is the law of attraction, so it's like thoughts become things, you know, actions become things, and written by a Beverly Hills matchmaker. So you put those two things together and you get a fun approach to being open for relationships. So I thought this one was fun, and I chose to pick this one because I always mention Calling in the One by Catherine Woodward Thomas. So if you want a break from hearing about Calling in the One, but also Calling in the One is amazing. All right, if you're looking to learn from others, maybe you're looking to get inspired from others to get whatever your goal is implemented, I was most inspired by, I can't believe she's on this list, but she is. Here's the story. Surviving Marcia, Brady, and Finding My True Voice by Maureen McCormick. So, you know, Maureen goes into her Hollywood life. She kicks her drug habit, but then she is battling depression. She's not able to sustain her marriage because of her behavior and how depressed she is. You know, she's going through other issues, and the way she tackles it changed my life. Because when I read it when I was in my young 20s, so that's like, let's say I'm 35 now, you know, I think I'm 35, I could be 36. Shit. Anyway, I don't want to do the math. I'd rather just like text my friends. I don't know what age I am. I'm gonna text my siblings. Let's see what they say. Her talking about mental illness and having to go on medication when she, you know, battling it, and seeing a therapist, getting diagnosed was really what I need. Okay. Oh, shit. I texted it to the wrong group, and my husband answered that I'm 35. Yeah, so Maureen McCormick means a lot to my life because of that. All right, if you're looking for better relationships, okay, I'm not just talking about attracting a relationship. If you're looking to improve your relationships, you've got to read, if you haven't already, The 5 Love Languages by Gary Chapman. So I don't know if I'll remember all of the potential love languages, but it's sometimes you speak a different language from somebody. So some people express love through acts of service, material gifts, terms of endearment. There are more, but let's say that my father's way of saying I love you to my mom is by doing stuff for her. Quality time, that's another, is through acts of service. So each time he's taking out the garbage for her, he's saying I love you. But her love language is quality time. So she doesn't hear it because he's not spending time with her. You know, that it's stuff like that, and you do a deep dive into it. You learn how to identify your own. You learn how to identify others. There are quizzes you can even take. And then you learn how to express in that language. It is really amazing how you can better communicate with anybody when you know what their love language is. Now, what about if you were looking to minimize or live tidier? I mean, I could certainly minimize. Look at all this stuff. I could do that. So now it's not looking like this book is gonna work because you see all my stuff, but I really liked it. It's L'Art de la Simplicité, How to Live More with Less by Dominique Loreau, translated by Louise Lalaurie. And I know, and I'm just saying everything with a random accent. So she lived in Japan and was inspired by Asian philosophy. Loreau does a step-by-step journey on how to have a clutter-free home and a calm mind doing it, and things that you can do so you have more room and more time for other things. So it has been a big help to me since reading it, which I read many years ago. I think I got this from Goodreads as a giveaway win. And it really does help me with like getting rid of my clothes, getting rid of household items, and being able to recognize when things are no longer serving me and maybe now are starting to hinder me. So if you're looking for something that's Marie Kondo without being Marie Kondo, I would check out this one. Now, if you're looking to increase your wealth in the new year, this is a staple. If you haven't read it, it's Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. And even though this was written back in 1997 and a lot has changed in terms of how we do finance and business, the concepts are all the same. These concepts can just continue eternally in time. And so he talks about managing wealth, mindset of wealth, investments, what's considered good debt, bad debt, etc. So if you're looking to kind of broaden your horizons, I would check out Rich Dad, Poor Dad. You don't have to be a dad to read it. If you're looking to start a business, or maybe you're just looking to start any sort of endeavor, right, that requires you, and that takes a lot of like mental preparation to show up. Maybe you're looking to write a book, start a YouTube channel, start a business, start cooking daily, you know, whatever it is, you got to show up and be ready. And this book helped me, and it's called, I'm getting like really into it now, it's called Strap On a Pair, a middle-aged, middle management, middle-class mom's quest for something more by Abby Lou Walker. And this came out in 2017. And she launched a multi-million-dollar company of these shoe inserts. I forget what they're called, but that's her company. It didn't say in the bio, so I was like, all right, maybe it's not important. But she says how she went from the transition of being like a, just, you know, a working mom to becoming a self-made millionaire entrepreneur. So it's really, really, it was great. It was great because you go through the highs and the lows and all of it. And my last topic is if you're looking to save money. If you're looking to save money, you've got to read Meet the Frugalwoods. It is Achieving Financial Independence Through Simple Living. Elizabeth Willard Thames. And she doesn't just achieve financial independence. I mean, they retire at 32 and are able to live in like a nice home in the woods with their daughter. Who knows, maybe now they have more kids, and this is what like happiness look like for them. Not everybody's gonna say, okay, I want to quit my job and live in the woods, but that was their goal. So they committed to living frugally for, you know, X amount of time. Maybe it's 3 to 5 years. I don't quite remember offhand, but they do it and they save the money and they're able to make it happen. So it was really just, there's so many things we do just because it's like, because that's how it is, you know, that when you stop to look at it and go, well, maybe I don't have to do it this way. Maybe I could do it this way. You know, maybe I could just like stop 80% of my spending, right? And save it all. So by the time I'm 30 something, I could just, that's it. I'll have everything I need. You know, and that's what they do. So it was really, really refreshing. And if I didn't mention any topics that you're looking to focus on, let me know, because I read self-help books or even things that don't pertain to me because I love them so much. You can get something from, I feel like any belief system I like to read about, to hear about and learn about and take away the pieces I like and whatnot. So if there's something more you are looking for, let me know. Or if any of these inspired you and you're adding it to your reading list, please let me know. I would love to hear about it down below. Thank you guys for being here. I hope you will subscribe and continue to see what content we are putting out in this new year. Thanks guys, and I'll see you on the next one.